Some of you may remember last year when I spoke about the returning Vietnam veterans and the way some of them were treated. As I said last year, I know that some of the veterans here today personally experienced some of the disrespect and dishonor that was shown to those who returned from that war. On a different level, many veterans of many other wars and battles were also not given the full measure of respect and honor that they deserved when they returned home. They deserved more from us then, and they deserve more from us now. And for that, they also deserve an apology. And so please accept mine. John Kennedy spoke of those who died in combat as letting the world know that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship to assure the survival and success of liberty. When the general public hears such lofty statements, they might inflate their chests with pride, and they may even give each other a thumbs up, and yet possibly be a little naive as to exactly the price that was paid, the burden that was carried, and the hardship that was endured. That price, that burden, that hardship, unfortunately, it doesn't change much from war to war or conflict to conflict. And sadly, it seems neither does how much we actually honor those returning veterans years later. Everyone, please close your eyes for a minute, and I'm going to read something. The middle-aged man spoke and he said, "I came back home and I went about my business. And I never talked about anything that happened over there. That was the code. You kept your mouth shut and your emotions in check, right? But the thing was, I couldn't keep my emotions in check. I was all over the place, like a walking time bomb. Everyone was afraid of me. I was afraid of me." That middle-aged man could have been talking about the world wars, Korean War, the Vietnam War, or any of the continued battles in Afghanistan or the Middle East or other places in the world. I know that some of us, or someone close to us, could have been that middle-aged man. A brother who you had to make sure that you woke up softly so that he didn't crash about. A cousin who was frightened by the backfire of a car and would look for a place to get cover. Warriors who only feel safe driving down the center of a road. A parent or a spouse who never speaks of the war, but somehow, no matter how hard you try, you can never really get close to them. I know that we have military personnel who have just come home or are coming home. I'm concerned that in time, they too will feel the same way as that middle-aged man. We all know that without help, for some, the years will pass, but they will remember how they lived through them. For the really lucky few, they will find a safe place where everything that needs to come out does come out. President Washington said that the willingness with which our young people are likely to serve in any war, no matter how justified, shall be directly proportional to how they perceive the veterans of earlier wars are treated. So how will our young people perceive our treatment of veterans? I'm thinking not all that favorably. Some of them will even think that we may have forgotten our veterans. I think it's a time now, to make a commitment to lose no more generations of returning veterans to the after effects from the wars that they bring home with them. Otherwise, any victory won is truly limited by those wounds that never heal. So what can we do? How do we provide those veterans that safe place to lower the burden off their shoulders and off their hearts? I'm proud to say that some of the veterans in our town are already involved in some outreach to their fellow warriors. I've spoken to veteran families who have taken on the responsibility of visiting with older veterans to help them and their families. I know that the VFW, the American Legion, and other veteran organizations in town are committed to helping to find a safe place for those veterans so that they can start healing their wounds. They just need our help. We owe all of you veterans a debt of gratitude that is immeasurable. We are so enriched by having all of you as a member of the community. Let's work together to help those veterans that need to heal from the trauma of battle and to finally, truly, and completely come home. And we must never forget those MIAs and POWs that also need to be brought home, because that is the very least that we owe all of you. God bless you all, and thank you for your service.